I move.
Man, welcome in to the Fake Stuff Podcast, man. We are back at it again, doing what we do, and that's drinking, smoking, and podcasting, talking about the fake stuff. Crap, man, what's going on, big dog?
Oh, man, nothing much. Just been kind of hanging out, missing football a little bit, but Super Bowl went as well as it could have been. Chiefs got destroyed. That was nice, but we got Brad back in the building. Brad, I'm wearing Packer stuff tonight. Jayden Reed.
Good, you need to. Because Jayden Reed is an awesome man. The greatest.
Don't get me started on Jayden Reed and what he did to me this year. Don't even get me started on it.
It's the greatest.
Yeah, Jayden Reed is the epitome of what we're talking about tonight. Buy lows and sell highs. Because last year when Jayden Reed went off at the beginning, I was listening to all kinds. Man, Brad, I listen to all kinds of podcasts. I'm talking about all kinds of Dynasty all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Except for this period right now, this time period right now, I ain't listening to none of it. But, man, I'm talking about Dynasty ranking. People have Jayden Reed as high as 8, as high as 9. I feel like we was probably high on him at, I mean, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I mean, talk about a sell high moment. He was definitely a sell high.
Yeah,
I
he
do
definitely
agree with him last year. Yeah, it wasn't sell high.
You loved you some
Right.
Jayden Reed like coming into last year, though, didn't you, Brad?
I did.
Thought he was going to be the
I
best
like
receiver
him
Packers
coming in
ever
this
had.
year too, Austin.
As a buy low.
That's
the
right.
way as a buy low is the way to get after it. But Matt, you were talking about like not a whole lot going on right now. Rookies are getting into it, and you sent me the list of running backs to start watching. I've made it through about 4 or 5 of them. And
Damn.
Travion looking nice right now. I ain't gonna lie. I went through a couple of them. I ain't even looked at Ashton Genty yet, because I assume that if he gets a good landing spot, like it's all over, he's gonna be the 101 this year. And we're going to go from there. But, yeah, I'm excited to do this rookie stuff.
Man, I ain't even started. I know I got that list rolling. I know me and you going to hop on some of that. And we're gonna just run right through them and try to rank them right the best we can and stuff like that. But, yeah, I'm ready to dive in on them too. Yeah, rookie time. You know, I think now's a good time to also be talking some strategy. This is some shit I should probably be saying before the podcast ever started, but we should probably get some strategy going on here soon. You know what I'm saying, Kraft? You know, them episodes where we like to talk a little what we doing. I mean, that rookie fever starting to pick up a little bit. You know, the value of them are starting to fly through the roof, and is just only going to get, what are we doing with those? That type stuff we're going to be, we're going to be diving into all that kind of shit. All the good stuff. But tonight we're just going to talk buy lows, sell highs, dynasty. We always throw a little redraft talk in there too. And that's just how we do. Because I always say, it probably doesn't go on too much with tonight. But like whenever I'm making trades, like before the season, like I'm not just looking at, dynasty ADP. I'm looking at some redraft ADP too. You know what I mean? If you could try to get one of them players that are going to be better for you that season, I'm always down to make trades like that. But tonight it's so early in it's just a different time. Like we got rookie picks flying around. We got, players getting cut and released. So now it's just a good time to talk about some buy lows, some deep ones, maybe some higher up ones, some sell highs. Maybe some deep ones, some higher up, all levels. We go in there deep. Heck, I'm going to drop a sell high, somebody that I've been trying to sell on the pod tonight. Anything you want to add, Kraft Man?
I mean, I think you covered it all. I mean, your team in Doo-Doo Dynasty, you should just go ahead and sell all of them, start over again. I mean, you're really just hanging out in the mush, just kind of sinking like the quicksand, just sinking slowly. I mean, it's just going to come a time where you're just going to be buried completely, So just go ahead and sell them players. And
I might be top dog. I might be top dog going into this year.
Your
top
division
3.
is trash. So
No, he said no. Your team is trash.
Hey, it is what it is. I can't help what everybody else doing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I gotta get the trophy out here. I just need to during the
Yeah.
podcast. You don't even need to see my face. I just need to set it like right here in front of the camera and just me talk in the background, like back here around the trophy. Everybody the winner is.
I'm ready to see that thing. I know it's kind of like the style like I got right there over my shoulder right there, but it's gold.
It ain't nothing like that Burger King crown, though. I mean, the king.
Nice. It's nice to be king.
It is nice to be king. Brad knows all about it.
I do.
I heard that. Well, shoot, man. I guess crap, man. Just go. We might as well just get us on started then. Toss us out a name.
All right. Well, we're gonna start off with a sell, and I know Brad's gonna echo this a little bit because me, Noah, Brad, all of them have been saying sell Joe Mixon, and this is kind of different this time of year because usually when the season's over, I try to buy veterans because that's when they're at their cheapest. But I just have a feeling. I think a lot of people do have a feeling about Mixon. Just take it. He's just going to take that big step down, and it's not really based on like Houston, the offense. Still think he could be involved. I just got that feeling that he's about to hit a wall. He's had a lot of work in his career, so it comes a time for everybody. What do you think, Brad?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I mean, I just think his role is going to be a little bit smaller next year than what it's been. I don't think he can. I just don't think he's timeless. Where you can keep giving that much touches and still perform. It's kind of hard when you just get the ball so much and you just tore up.
Unless you're Derrick Henry, which I will never say to sell Derrick Henry. He will always be a buy.
Yeah, but he doesn't get used as much though. Like with the Ravens, I don't feel. I
mean, he gets used, but Mixon's he's smaller. Like he's just that type of running back. Like when Austin Eckler fell off, it just came out of nowhere, and that's kind of what I'm predicting for Mixon next year. It's like they might go out and get a younger running back because they don't have a lot of depth on that team. It might not be like a second, third round pick, but they go get somebody and start taking some touches.
Yeah, at the end of the year, he did start looking like he lost a little bit of a step. And that's what a lot of people are looking at too. And I'm the same way. It's just like he didn't end he's like Alvin Kamara. He didn't end the year well. So it's like, is he going to be good next year, or is he just going to be good for like 5 games or 6 games or something like that? And then and especially in the draft they bring in some young blood. It could definitely be a problem for Mixon.
Yeah. Where do you stand on that, Mixon? Mixon Matt hates Joe Mixon. Like, he always does.
Mixon
Dan does says sell his ass, man. Nah, but listen, it really looks like the opportune time. I would say, yeah, I would sell high on him. I think you can definitely sell him to a competing team, no doubt. Is he worth the first though? Well, good. We'll talk about that on another episode then. But
that's the next one.
That's next show.
But what you call it? It's looking like that opportune time was like that first half of the last season. You know what I'm saying? Where he was going off, and they were using him like crazy. But now I would still sell high. Heck, you know me. I've been trying to call the shot on Joe Mixon. So now it just seems like just repeating what I've been trying to say, even though I've been wrong all these years. Maybe this year I'll be right. Sell his ass.
There you go. You got to be right sometime, man.
I mean,
say it over and over again.
I mean, if I could get him for a second, like if I was buying for a second round pick and I could get Joe Mixon, I'm definitely doing it.
Yeah.
But, it's just one of those things where he just kind of is in that zone. If I could trade Joe Mixon and get a first.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm probably selling it. I'm probably doing it. But if I could buy him for a second, I'm also probably doing it too. So it's like, it's in that middle ground.
This year's kind of different though. Like I'm gonna mention this probably on the next episode. We're talking about rookies more, but a lot of the like NFL mock drafts have like 13 skill players getting drafted in the first 2 rounds, which is down from like 20, 21, average a season. So like this year doesn't seem like outside of running back, there's not a whole lot going around. So that 108 to 112 this year might be looking a little, a little slim.
Yeah. But that's one of them things where it's like I feel like we say that every year. But also another thing, Craft Man, is heck, you know how it is when we start getting closer to time. When we start getting closer to these rookie draft. I mean, heck, I'm already regretting not even having too many rookie picks. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the value just skyrockets so high. But
and people be falling in love with players right before the draft. It don't even matter what year it is.
And we always get to that point in time because we've been doing this for what, like 3 years now or something like that. It's our third go round. So it's like, I've been watching this. We always get to that go round where it's like, dude, this class ain't living up to expectations. Like, we're about to go through that little period where it's like, this class sucks, yada, yada. But next class, that 26 class, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's going to be there's like different stages of the whole shebang that we're about to go through. So but
I mean, even last year, like you could probably count on two hands how many rookies actually made an impact fantasy wise last year. I mean, last year they were saying the running back class was trash, and it was. The only two that, I mean, like Bucky Irvin, and might be missing another one, but he might have been like the only one. Jonathan Brooks, Trey Benson, Blake Corum, like all these guys just didn't pan out.
They weren't really
and Bucky Irvin was a 4th round rookie pick. So
right,
freaking dunk.
Got him in the 4th round.
It's just the same way with like receivers. Like you don't really see them come out to play until like the second year. A lot of times, like or either it all depends on the system of the team they're going to. That's pretty much how the NFL works these days, man.
I'm with you on that. I say it all the time on this show. I'm always talking about how the situation matters, man. Big time. All right. Well, shoot, we got another buy low or buy low, sell high, Brad. Just toss out a name. It don't matter.
We're doing buy low or sell high.
Either one. It don't matter.
We can guess what you say. Just say the player. We'll just guess.
Yeah,
you know who I'm buying low. I'm buying my boy Jayden Reed low because he didn't finish up very good last year. But when he's on, he'll get you 30, 20 points. He'll get you 30 million points.
30 million in one game. And then 0
in one game. It's gonna win you. No, I'm just kidding. But I think I do think that this is like conspiracy theory stuff right here. It's because like I think that LaFleur like splits his offense. He rotates his offenses every year. Like last year was kind of a running scheme, and the year before it was like more like a passing scheme. It's been like that for a while now. Even when Rodgers came in his first LaFleur's first year, he just demanded it to be a straight up running team. So I think that this is the year for it to be more of a pass-heavy offense.
Well, that must mean you might.
Just my drunken high opinion.
Well, what do you think about Jacob? What do you think about Jacobs then going into it? Like, are you?
I think
he's a sell.
I think he's going to be lesser than last year. I don't think he's going to have as many points or goal line opportunities as he did last year.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with it. What do you think, Matt?
I definitely buy into Jayden Reed being a buy low because of the way he fell off in the back half. And I think I'm one of them guys where it looks like that they don't really want Jayden Reed to be like the number one, the alpha. It kind of used in different ways. Even when Christian Watson's on the field, it looks like they want him to be that guy. Even the Packers, they talk about bringing somebody in. I'm just thinking even if they do bring somebody in, it's probably going to be good for Jayden Reed. I would feel like I would feel better.
I think it'll open up. I think it'll open up a lot of opportunities for him.
Yeah.
He catches everything that's thrown at him. That's he's
a good player. Yeah, he's a really good player. Yeah. It's just weird. Like some games, like he's just not involved whatsoever. I mean, even his rookie year, when they got in the playoffs, like Romeo Doubs was just out there eating, and Jayden Reed's not getting anything. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird with the Packers. And I mean, they might bring somebody in, but they've been talking about spending a lot of money on like a pass rusher too. So if they go out and get a big name pass rusher, they're probably just going to stick with what they do and draft a receiver in the second round this year. That's kind of their MO.
What you got to do is pray. You got to pray for DK.
Yeah. Let's hope DK comes our way.
I was about to say, like,
happen.
If DK came pulling up into Green Bay, I feel like that'd be great for Jayden Reed. I'm just being honest.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see that. But, I heard that Josh Jacobs, I don't know if it was a real quote or not, but talking about they need a number one receiver up there in Green Bay. You heard anything about that? I was wondering if that was true.
They do. Yeah, it's obvious. Like, oh, who is it?
Yeah. I agree with that. So I'm with you. All right, then. I'll just throw out my first name of the night. Then let me go ahead and time stamp it real quick. First name of the night, and this is just because of recent news, and I brought it up real quick before we even started recording. But Jayden Reed from Miami, them running backs right. This was a little deep, but all them running backs, I've always, how it is. I mean, we saw Raheem Mostert lead the league in touchdowns just 2 years ago, and he just got released, which is really the reason why I bring up someone like Jayden Reed. And I mean, he didn't really do much last year. I felt like he was like I was trying to snag him up in best ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought he was a solid pick. Like, draft capital, I think he's got it. Am I wrong, Craft Man? I thought he's a day 2 pick. So definitely feels like, it just really comes down to what is Miami. What's his name? Jayden Reed's season could be good depending on what is Miami about to do. You know what I mean? Like, what? I've already come on here and just bashed the shit out of them, thinking they really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But A-Chain was still doing his thing, assuming they don't go get somebody in the first couple rounds running back wise, which they shouldn't.
Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah.
The path is clear for him, clear path for him for everything. And then the running backs always eating Miami like that. So I just feel like this one's a real good one. Heck, I don't know how much he costs. He probably costs a second, though. Knowing the news now. So at least a late second. What say you, Craft Man?
Yeah, I would buy him for a late second. I just like how you said, I think this is a real good one. And that's the one you came up with. You're like, yeah, I think this one's real good right here. This is a good buy low right here. Better than whatever y'all gonna bring up for the rest of the night. Like this. But I agree. Like, Jayden Reed should be super solid. Devon Achan's had injuries. He's smaller. He's a smaller back. Jayden Reed is explosive. They run that outside run scheme, so he's gonna fit perfect over there. And I think he's gonna have a role as more than just like the backup, like the handcuff. I think he's gonna, he might be somebody you can put in your flex, like starting like week 3 or week 4 next year.
Yeah. Brad, you want to?
Yeah, he's just. The good thing about Jayden Reed is just like he's going to take over that secondary role, and then he's just an injury away from being really productive.
Right. I'm with you on that.
He's like a handcuff plus, a second back. So
Tony followed up in this thing.
I'm gonna add what you call it. I won't put him in like as a main section, but Malik Washington might be a little sneaky buy low. You can get him for cheap.
Yeah.
Who?
We liked him. We liked Malik Washington for that came. I can't even remember what college he went to. But
he went to Virginia.
Yeah, that was
right. We were breaking him down. He sat on like a little taxi spot I got in a couple of leagues, and if Tyreek Hill really does get up out of here, the path. I'm just saying when we buy lows, it's either the pathway or another buy lows. A type of buy lows I like are those first round picks that drop. You know what I'm talking about, Craft Man?
Oh yeah,
JSN, Rhamondre.
Hell, even Quentin Johnston. We wasn't even acting as crazy as some of them people were acting about. I don't even know. Talking about they'd rather have a 4th round pick than Quentin Johnston. I'm thinking I might would take my shot on Quentin Johnston, who everybody was picking in the mid first round. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
The other buy lows are like the pathway. Like that's why I bring up somebody like Malik Washington, because if Tyreek Hill really does get out of here, Jalen Waddle, he's a buy low. Heck, I'll say his name later, but Malik Washington too. And that same little, same trajectory.
Have they been saying anything about Tyreek going somewhere else, or?
I just know he's about to race that USA guy. I don't know if y'all saw that. About to race against
I mean, it depends on what team he went to. He'd be a good a buy. If he went to the right team. Of course. Yeah. But I mean, with the Dolphins, I just don't see it. Where he's definitely not going to be where he was last year. I'll tell you that.
You don't think Tyreek will be with the Dolphins again?
I mean, I'm just saying I don't think he's going to be drafted anywhere near
last
year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Toss us out of the Well, go ahead, crap man.
Shoot, we just talking about receivers leaving, big receivers leaving. I think Jordan Whittington over there with the Rams might be a decent little buy low right now. I would, if the way this receivers class looking this year, I mean, a mid-second to try to go get Jordan Whittington. I mean, he had some games. He's shown some promise over there when Cooper Kupp and Puka were out. Had 2 games, had 1 game with 10 targets for 89 yards when Cooper Kupp and Puka were out. And, Sean McVay don't really care. Second year in Sean McVay's system, he don't care about draft capital. So I think Jordan Whittington has like a decent chance of like coming into a big target share next year. I mean,
I agree 100%.
I see that. I can see that. Yeah, definitely.
And Tutu's gone too. Oh, Tutu.
Yeah.
That's just one. Not that well.
He's gone. They released him. He's out.
No.
So as of right now, it looks like it's Puka, Whittington, and
scratch him
Marcus
off,
Robinson. So.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's just another one of them where the pathway is clear. The pathway is there for him. I really don't have much to add. I'm with you though. That's a good one, crap man. That's deep. That's in the we getting deep in that. Some people we could have called out a few big names. You know what I'm saying, and just put it as the title. And look cool, but. Here we are getting in the mud, getting in the trench.
Was it better than Jaylen Wright?
Yeah, that was a good one. It was. I agree. That was a good one, crap man.
I'm just kidding with you. Brad, you got any on the list?
I know y'all gonna hate. You're gonna hate. I think Cole Kmet's gonna be good this year. I just feel it.
I'm on the Bears.
I feel it in my loser bear bones that Cole Kmet is going to be good this year.
Yeah.
In my dick and stash, I feel that. I can feel it because he's going to be. I mean, they got Detroit's coach from like very offensive minded and stuff like that. I just feel like he could be something much better. I mean, he's a good tight end, but it's just he's on the Bears, shit. I mean, nobody's good on the Bears. So maybe I'm just betting that the Bears turn it around this year and have a decent offense.
Hey, I can't echo that enough because, like, I hate the Bears just as much as Brad does. But if you hear from me and him at the same time that we think the Bears are going to be better, that's kind of saying something. So, like, I think all the Bears are buy lows. I love Roma Dunze. I love, like, if Noah was here, he'd hate this, but I love DJ Moore. Go get him. Like, Keenan Allen's probably gone.
It's called the bar.
Yeah.
Is very, very low. So you can buy these players for nice and cheap, and just bet on the Bears, man. Just bet on them.
Well,
I agree.
They were just so high. They were overhyped last year. So that hype is like, it's kind of like the QJ thing with Matt. Right. It's like everybody loves QJ, and then he has one bad year, and they're like, man, screw this guy. I just want to get rid of him. So I feel like the Bears, DJ Moore just set his career record for receptions last year with the Bears. So
did he? Not yardage though, but receptions.
Not. I said receptions. Okay. I only mention the stats that matter.
Man, could not agree more with what y'all are saying, man. I'm with you on the Kmet because I'm with you with what Crabman said. All the Bears are buy lows because I've been saying it since the beginning that the best buy low in Dynasty is Rhamondre. So Cole Kmet definitely goes along that little pathway right there. So I'm with it. Ben Johnson coming in. This definitely going to be off it. I've always said, y'all talk about the Bears being losers. They are losers, but it's like this. Some of these organizations might turn it around. They might button it up and do it. You know what I'm saying? And this has got to be one of their times to do it. You know what I'm saying? So they got a chance. So
let's not get ahead of ourselves saying they're going to turn it around or nothing. But I'm just saying 9-8. Something like that kind of.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's perfect. Yeah.
Type shit.
I mean, I'm with you, man. I mean, I don't even know if the bar was that high, to be honest. I was just talking about a functional offense, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see how it goes. But, yeah, I'm with you on that Cole Kmet.
Everybody but DeAndre Swift for the Bears. I can't.
Yeah.
I got something against DeAndre Swift for some reason. I just don't like him.
Motherfucker's trash, bro. That motherfucker
Why you hating on him? You Georgia boy. Why you hating on DeAndre Swift?
You know what's crazy is Ben Johnson and them with Detroit. They traded his ass during the draft and drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, and now he's back coaching DeAndre Swift. So Ben Johnson does not like DeAndre Swift. I mean, I don't know, but they wouldn't have traded him and drafted Jahmyr Gibbs that early if they thought DeAndre Swift was a good player. That's all I'm saying.
Pure hate.
I mean, you agree with that, Matt?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Kind of weird, ain't it?
If you
Ben
can
Johnson that with him.
Hey, if you could get anything for DeAndre Swift in Dynasty, you might as well just do it now. Just take what you can. If you could get a second out of there, I mean, you know how crazy that would be? I'd definitely just take a second.
What if DeAndre Swift goes to the LA Chargers?
Then that would be a terrible fit for him.
I just think they're going to draft somebody, man. These guys.
They got to play Swift this season, though. His contract is it's a little whack. So he's going to be with the Bears this year.
Yeah, he did. He signed a 3 or 4 year deal or something at the beginning of last year. Yeah. That's a dumb contract.
Dang it,
buy low. There they go again.
Hell, I guess buy low on him then. Perfect one. Ascending offense.
Buy low, buy really low.
Get low on that. Hey, I mean, I'll put it like this. Am I really going to pay a second for DeAndre Swift? Probably not. Didn't we and you have Swift or just sold him before the season even started? That happened? Yeah, man, you can get the fuck out of here with DeAndre Swift.
Seriously. We played 1 or 2 games, right, where he just had 30 points or something.
Yeah.
But nothing the rest of the year, like 5s and 4s or something like that. The Bears' offense was so stagnant. If they get him rolling, but you're counting on the Bears. That's the problem.
Look at Brad down there, saying Swift only had 2 30-point games and the rest were ass. Fucking and buy low on Jayden Reed though.
Jayden Reed had a lot more than that. He's a lot more relevant.
I'm just playing with you. I agree. I do agree with Jayden Reed, but that's funny because Jayden Reed was that same kind of player that Swift was, just had a different position.
All right, man. I'm gonna give out a sell. And I don't necessarily think this is gonna be somebody that personally I've been trying to sell, but I don't necessarily think he's gonna be bad next year. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to get some of these other guys. So somebody who I've been selling, trying to put him on the block, is Amon Ra St. Brown. I'm an Amon Ra St. Brown guy. I just see this opportunity to he's like a bottom of tier 1. You know what I'm saying? I always throw Amon Ra in tier 1, but I'm trying to see if I could get that young guy plus. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get Brian Thomas Jr. Heck, I even tried to send out a little Puka plus out there. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing if I could capitalize. That was specifically my home team. I'm trying to win now. You know what I'm saying? So Puka, if he helps me win now, if he actually helps you win now next year, you know what I'm saying? And Cooper Kupp's gonna be gone, then I was trying to swing me a little deal like that. So I'm just saying I don't even think Amon Ra's gonna be bad. I think he's gonna be pretty good next year. Probably do some of the same stuff. But I'm really just trying to take my shot on like that next Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson type thing right there. And Brian Thomas Jr. is who I really want to try to do that with. So I'm not even going to say I'm selling high. I'm just trying to down tier off of Amon Ra because I'm really not willing to do it with them other guys like CD, Jamar, Jefferson. Can't do it. Can't do it, man. I don't even care who it is. Amon Ra's the only one where I'm like, I'm thinking about doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, try to get like Nico plus or Brian Thomas plus or Malik Neighbors plus or something like that. That's kind of what you're hinting at.
Right.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense because he is kind of right there at the end of tier 1, like you said, where it's a perfect opportunity to try and sell Amon Ra and get a haul for him because he's worth just as much as he was last year and the year before. So, I mean, it's a good idea. What do you think, Brad? I know you love Amon Ra. I know you love Detroit.
I love Detroit, man. Love them. But I mean, the thing with Amon Ra, I mean, I just think he had a down year last year. I don't know what to expect after they lost that coach. You know, like what their game plan is going to be. If he's going to be the Amon Ra of 2 years ago, or if he's going to be the Amon Ra of last year. I think he was a little bit better the year before with all that scoring going on. I just hope that
he was
last year.
Yeah, he was wide receiver 3, and then the year before he was wide receiver 2. I just think what was it? More touchdowns this year? I think it was more touchdowns this year for
more touchdowns, less yardage
than 2 years ago, something like that.
Well, Jameson breaking out too.
Yeah,
look, you know, so I'm not the kind of guy you need to be asking about like St. Brown because like his brother sucks. You know, he's on Packers. Equinemius. So I mean, you know, I really can't go with any of them St. Brown boys right now.
I didn't even know I forgot he was with Green Bay, man. I remember when wasn't he with Chicago for a little while.
I'm an old school hater.
Hey man, I respect it. Well, shoot, crap, man. I mean, that's just really I'm not even saying sell St. Brown because I think he's going to drop off. I think he'll be pretty fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Probably for the next 3 or 4 years. You know what I mean? I'm just saying if you want to try to take it up another level, there's a couple guys I would down tier and see if I could get a little plus.
Yeah. I mean, your Brian Thomas love is out of this world right now, though.
Man, what? I don't even know. I feel like it comes out of nowhere, but it's like that dude right there, man. I'm telling you, I feel like he definitely could take it to another level if him and T-Law get it working. Because if they're working him in the offense where he's getting all them targets and he's taking it over the top, he's definitely on that level with them guys. I just don't think, man, real quick, I'm going to be honest. I don't even know if you could trade Amon Ra for Brian Thomas straight up. I'm just being real. I don't think you can do it.
Probably not. I mean,
I would rather Amon Ra. I just like consistent.
I would too, but
over multiple years. But
I would too. I just don't think anybody else will do it. If you have Brian Thomas Jr. and somebody offers you Amon Ra, would you accept it?
Yeah, I'd probably accept it. I mean, especially PPR. I mean, well, Brian Thomas was getting like targeted like crazy, but when he was with T-Law, it was more like big plays. And then when Mac Jones came in, it was more like PPR, just killing you to death.
That's why I feel like it makes me like him more. That dude can do it all. I mean, I feel like we was underestimating him on the rookie draft stuff for real.
You know who I think might do all right opposed to last year is Rhamondre Stevenson.
Ooh.
Oh, man, that one.
I'm feeling sick.
You can buy him for cheap, man.
I'm gonna write him down.
Write him down.
I'm writing him down. I feel like that was a good one. That's deep. But what do you think about that, crap, man? I know you a hater of Rhamondre.
I actually said he was a buy low in our buy low episode last year around this time, or maybe a little close to the season. I mean, Mike Vrabel coming in, you know how he's going to try to run that offense. But the main thing is do you think that the Patriots are just is Rhamondre just going to be the guy? If he's the guy, then I think he's, got a pretty good season ahead of him. Like he's definitely an RB2 next year. What was it, 2 years ago, Matt, where Rhamondre was like a top 10 running
yeah,
back,
he was
like in
way up
redraft or
there.
something?
Yeah, it
I
was a
think
couple of years
He
ago.
had like
yeah.
a top 6-7 year. I mean, he had a great year. It's definitely single digits.
It's the
Can't
good
remember who
thing
it
about
was, but it was.
Rhamondre is like it's not from lack of from getting touches. It's just like the Patriots can't score. So I think they're going to be a little bit better this year, and the Dolphins are falling off a little bit, and the Bills are the Bills. They're still really good, but I mean, I think they're going to be able to score a little bit more this year. So
You like that Drake May experience? I'm sad Chris couldn't get on because I bet you he still hates Drake May.
Yeah,
he's the greatest.
Yeah, definitely can't hate on Drake May. I feel like they definitely got it rolling. Yeah, I'm with you on Rhamondre. I like Rhamondre. He just, they just sucked last year. But yeah, I'm with you. I mean, really, with all these running backs, it's just all coming down to them surviving the draft.
Right.
This year, I feel like they got to survive the draft and the class that's deep, allegedly.
Yeah, and I ain't really heard a whole lot of, running backs like the Patriots being a prime landing spot for running backs this year.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
So, I mean, the draft will surprise you, but so far, like they hadn't really been on the list of, needing a running back really bad.
If they go in Patriots fashion and just go straight up offensive line, hell yeah, I want Rhamondre Stevenson.
That's a good one. The more I think about it, yeah. It sounded gross when it came out of your mouth.
I know.
Crap.
But that is a good one.
Crabman,
I like it.
That's just how we get a little nasty on this pod. Crabman, what's up? Didn't you have one for us?
Yeah, I'll go with a sell. Well, actually, I'm gonna go with a buy because I'm gonna put some Falcons in here, and this is another team that I've hated on for years. I'm gonna go with Michael Penix and Drake London. I know they're not really technically buy lows, but I would just it's that duo that I would spend up on. I mean, Matt, you did it. You made a trade for Michael Penix.
Oh man,
I mean, you're a Falcons fan, but I like Michael Penix and I like Drake London. Kyle Pitts he's whatever. Like Darnell Mooney, it seems like that's probably over. Not going to be that high on him anymore. But Michael Penix and Drake London this next year, I could definitely see Drake London breaking in. Like we might be talking about him as being like tier 1 after next year. So man. I think you can buy him. He's going to be expensive, but just do it.
Man, I'm with you, man. I couldn't agree with you more because, look, man, it doesn't even have to do – because, man, Brad don't know this, but listen, I'm a Falcons fan, but, I hate every single Falcons fan. There might be like one or two that I like. No, I just hate Falcons fans. But
I know you're a Falcons fan. I can see the sadness in your eyes.
Man, you ain't told a lie yet. But what you call it? When it comes to Penix – man, we was breaking down these rookies. Man, crap, man. I mean, how high did I have Penix? I'm pretty sure I had him. I really wanted to put him. I wanted to have him 2 deep down. I probably did put him 2. Probably ahead of Jayden Daniels and probably but just behind Caleb Williams. But I definitely had him ahead of Bo Nix, McCarthy, Drake May. Was not even a discussion because that dude's accuracy is pinpoint. I'm telling you, man. When the first time I ever saw him throwing. Like in them college football playoffs, when I was really paying attention to this dude, I was like, this dude is left-handed and slinging that thing, man. So I'm with Kraft, man. That dude, I feel like if they open up the offense, I mean, they had a good game at the end of the year with him and Drake May, connected on a couple touchdowns. No, it was against the Panthers. Missed out on the playoffs. I mean, I feel like Penix for sure. I feel like Drake London was already like at the top of tier 2 for me, so he might go along with that little pin down from Amon Ra. He might be like one of them kind of moves I'd be trying to make. But Penix, go ahead and get it while you can because I feel like they about to blow up. I feel like that thing's about to explode. And I think Atlanta's about to have an offense running it because, man, that offense is going to be wide open with Bijan running as effectively as he can run the ball. Dude, that offense is going to be wide open, man. And Drake London's about to benefit. I think Drake London's going to benefit more than Darnell Mooney. He should be a little sell high. He ain't going to have the year he just had this past year. He had a good year. I got him on my most important team. I got Darnell Mooney. I sell him if I could. So, because it's about to be Drake London and Penix and Bijan. That's how the offense is about to roll.
Do you know what week Penix started? I ain't got it right in front of me, but I know Drake London was absolutely on a freaking tear at the end of the year. He had 12, 8, 14, 35 points in the past 4 weeks. I mean, and the targets were crazy. And week 18, that was a game that the Falcons needed to win too, because they were fighting for the playoff spot against Carolina. He had 18 targets for 167 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, yeah. I mean, it is Carolina. So, exactly. Take that with a grain of salt. And teams are going to get, they're going to get some tape on these guys and see if they can figure it out. But it's totally off script for me to be talking high about the Falcons and the Bears tonight. Like, this is not what I usually be doing.
Brad, you got anything you want to add into the motherfucking Falcons?
Man, I agree with you on the Falcons though. Like, they got the perfect guy like in Bijan to open up them lanes for a good deep threat, and Drake London is probably the one. I don't know about Penix. I don't know if he's going to strive in that offense. I mean, but I know that the receiver definitely will. Penix. Yep. I mean, it's got to be better than Kirk Cousins. Last year. I mean,
I feel like Kirk Cousins just kind of wore down. Like Achilles kind of got to him. He started off all right.
He's wearing gold chains on the plane and stuff. He didn't know. He thought it was going to be the same as with the Vikings. He wasn't that good though.
Nah. And who knows?
Who's the best quarterback ever played for the Vikings?
Brett Favre.
That shit is crazy though.
It's true.
It is. All right. Well, shoot, crap, man. We in agreement. Any more names y'all want to toss out there?
Yeah, I got a couple small names. I'll just throw them out there, and y'all can kind of pick and choose. But I got Ricky Pearsall. Debo might be leaving. Got Trey Benson. I know James Conner signed an extension, but I like the talent of Trey Benson. And then with Kellen Moore coming in, Alvin Kamara, kind of, I wouldn't say he's on his way out. He's still going to be involved, but freaking Dennis Allen hated Kendre Miller, like hated him. There was a rumor that came out last year that Dennis Allen put Kendre Miller on the IR because he just didn't like him.
Because he didn't like him.
This is serious. Like this wasn't just like I said it was a rumor, but this is like from top notch whatever you call it, Adam Schefter's and guys like that saying like Dennis Allen hates Kendre Miller. So new coach,
top tier haters.
Yeah,
I remember it. Real quick, I was gonna toss out just throw some names out. Names I've been saying, like Jalen Waddle. I've been saying he's a buy low, and I was pissed off at that. I mean, I stay pissed off at Jalen Waddle, but I can't help it, man. When you're being objective, he's definitely a buy low. Knowing with all the bullshit. Big name buy low, CJ Stroud. I think these quarterbacks.
CJ Stroud pretty low.
I'm thinking, especially below market value. I mean, damn, crap, man, in that startup we did, we saw CJ Stroud go 101. Number one in the startup draft. I wasn't going to hate on it too much, but it's like, come on now. But
over Josh Allen, over Mahomes. Like, I mean, Mahomes didn't do shit, but over Josh Allen.
Well, Matt,
can't do it.
Texas is a big state.
Yeah, Texas is a big state. The dude that drafted him must have been from Houston. I mean,
had to be, man. Had to be. But he's definitely a buy low. I'll toss some names out like some mid-level guys, like because a lot of people play super flex. So if you're trying to move off quarterbacks, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, those are guys. I know Brock Purdy got a little stank because I was watching Brock Purdy and he got a little stank watching him at the end of last year. That joker stunk for real. He's definitely a buy low. And
I agree.
Guys like that. Toss some more names out there.
Brad, you got any more?
We were talking about the 49ers. I got Ayuk on there.
Yep, I'm with you on that one. I agree.
Ayuk. I believe you can get him for a lot, a lot less than what you would want to pay. So I mean, I'd take it. I'd take Ayuk if I could get him.
Jalen Waddle or Brandon
I
Ayuk?
picked wide receivers way late anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Where you side on that, Matt? Jalen Waddle or Brandon Ayuk?
Probably Ayuk. I feel like you got to go Ayuk. Waddle ain't that. I mean, sheesh. I mean, I'm just trying not to be mad at Waddle. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be objective.
Run CMC, open up them lanes.
If Debo's gonna be out of there, just clear it on out and let's just see how it goes, man. Now Brandon Ayuk could be the guy. Heck, all them guys are buy lows. Jawan Jennings still a little buy low.
Yeah, I like Jawan Jennings for next year too.
Every single one.
Of course, if Debo's gone, I don't know.
How do we feel about Pacheco? I'm nervous about him this go round.
I ain't that nervous. I mean, Kareem Hunt's definitely not going to be back. Like, I say he's not going to. Yeah, they should probably draft somebody, but Pacheco he's really just fine. I mean, he came off a bad injury and came back way too early. Like, he had the same injury that Tony Pollard had, and he got to sit out for a full year. And then he came back with Dallas and kind of sucked it up. A broken fibula. Like, that ain't
right.
That ain't nothing to like come back from like 6 or 8 weeks later and be the same guy. So I think next year Pacheco is definitely going to have the job week 1, and they'll probably bring somebody in. But what's the chances that guy they bring in is going to be as good as Pacheco? To start the year. So
yeah,
I think Pacheco is I think he's a good buy low. I'd definitely pay a second for him. I mean, even very back end first round pick, like 112 or something like that. I'd take the chance on something like that.
He's just one of them guys that got to survive the draft.
Right.
But he looked like, he played, honestly, at the end of the year, he just looked like he was somebody who broke it. He just broke his leg. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker hurt himself. That's just how it goes sometimes. I'm with you, Pacheco. ETN? Buying low?
Yeah, the next Dallas running back, ETN, Travis Etienne.
Dallas running back.
For real though, I would love.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if he got traded. And even if he didn't, you got you got Liam Cohen coming in over there who ran with Bucky Irvin, Rachaad White last year, and they were both like fantasy relevant. So we just need somebody to get in there that can use ETN's skill set and use it right. Like I think he's talented, but stop giving this man the ball like 15 times a game, just running him up the A gap over and over again. Like that's not who Travis Etienne is at all. Stop doing it.
To me, the problem with Etienne going somewhere else is I think the best chance he has to be good is with Jacksonville because that was his college quarterback, and he knows how to dump off to him, and that's pretty much what I think.
I mean, that's fine too, though. I still think he's a buy low if he stays with Jacksonville. Like, I don't think if he gets traded, it's a great thing. If he stays with Jacksonville, it's a great thing. Right. Like, I just don't see like no downside to where Travis Etienne comes in next season, where it's just like, oh, his stock just fucking plummeted out of nowhere. Yeah,
he's way down there. So yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with getting him.
He got drafted as like the RB4 in dynasty startups last year.
Right.
Like 4 to 6. So, I mean, he's not even close to that now. And I'm not saying he should be 4 to 6, but like 10, 15.
Yeah. You're right.
Should be somewhere around there.
Yep. I agree.
I'll be drafting him in redraft too next year for sure.
Draft him then.
I'm interested to see where he goes, man.
You draft his ass.
I'm gonna get him in the 5th round next year.
Damn.
Because I'll be getting on that Chuba Hubbard train before he comes around.
Oh, I'll draft Chuba ahead of him next year, but they like ETN ain't gonna be nowhere near Chuba next year, I don't think.
Nah.
A Chuba Hubbard.
I'm with you on that one.
Watch out for redraft next year. I'm coming.
Man, anything else? I feel like that we about uncovered it.
Yeah, I think we covered all the names. I put to sell Tyrone Tracy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. What about Nico Collins? Any decline? Did he peak? Would you sell?
I think he's right where he needs to be. I mean, truthfully,
Hold him tight, never let go.
hold him tight, never let go.
Word.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. All right, then.
Yeah.
All right. All right, that might be about all the names then. That literally every name that I listed out. Hawkinson.
Yeah, Hawkinson. I mean, the tight end world right now just kind of sucks after.
Yeah.
You know, you got Bowers and
We could write a whole book on buy lows on tight ends, man. We can come in here and do a
Yeah.
whole shebang for you. It's about
yeah.
every one of them's a buy low except for about two.
Noah Gray is worth $1 bajillion right now.
I mean,
Yeah.
fuck them tight ends.
Yeah. I mean, I just think Hawkinson's probably like the best one of that, like that second whatever tier, second and a third tier. I mean, after you get past Bowers, Laporta, McBride, you know, them young ones that showed out, it's like, who do you want after that? You got Njoku, who I like, but who's their quarterback? But
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of trust the Vikings to get them involved. And like, if you have Hawkinson in a tight end premium league, you're most likely going to play him every week. And I think he's going to be better than half the tight ends, you know. In a 12-man league, I think he'd probably finish like number 7 or 8 next year.
Or you get Kraft from Green Bay and put up as many points as you could from, you know, somebody that you drafted early. You know?
I do. Tucker Kraft's fine, but I just think he's one of them guys that's just like you just hold on to. Like, you're not really buying them, you're not really selling them.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, hey, I got him on a team, and it's just like I'll just play him next year. I mean,
Right. I'm with you. Well, shoot, man. I guess I'm gonna push this outro music right here, and we'll see if we can hear each other.
but you.
Crap, man. Can't. All right. Well, shoot, crap, man. Listen, we're gonna fix this eventually. But anyways, thanks for listening to the podcast. 5-star reviews. Just add us on stuff. We trying to add on to it. Making different things. Just made a Reddit. We add and might make a TikTok. We're gonna do all that stuff for the podcast. It's just how we do. But like I said, I mean, really join the Discord and just hit that notification button. Crap, man, you got anything to say to the folks out there?
I mean, same thing I always say. I appreciate everybody for listening, and glad to have Brad back on with us. And, you know, it was a good episode, and I'm glad we did it.
Brad, you got anything to say to the good folks out there?
Yeah, thank y'all for adding me on, man. I appreciate it. Y'all hit the subscribe button. You know, if y'all do, I will eat a steak and shrimp dinner right in front of y'all.
What?
Because I like steaks and I like shrimps.
Hey, I'll join you on that, man. I might have to do that with you.
It's a win-win situation.
Shoot, man. I guess what you call it, just keep on to tell everybody about the podcast, how we been doing. If you're on that podcast format, hey, just slide over to YouTube. We're trying to build that up a little bit too while we at it. So, but anyways, crap, man, the music is already off and everything. So I'm just gonna say we out.
Peace.